Hello and welcome to Bloomberg Quint. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Alex Matthew and this is Portfolio. Now, for all the guys out there who are watching, and for a lot of girls too, I'm sure, you've got that one car or bike that you've always dreamed about. Well, for our special guest on today's program, Amit Kondal,
hi,
that car happens to be the BMW X3.
Thank you so much.
You want to buy it a couple of years from now.
Yes.
All right, we're going to help you out.
Sure.
And to plan your finances, we have with us a certified financial planner, Kartik Javeri, who is also director at Transcend Consulting. Thanks so much, Kartik, for helping us out. Amit wants to buy a BMW X3. We're aware of that. We're also aware of what he earns. Can he do it?
Well, the good news is you absolutely can do it. There's no element of doubt in this that you can definitely do it. The only thing is, can we not only do it, but do also something better than that?
Would be great.
I mean, buy the car also, and also, try and get ourselves a little bit more discount on the whole car, of course, which the vendor will not give, but we'll plan money in such a way that we creatively extract a little bit of discount for ourselves.
Okay.
So yeah, the answer is yes, you can do it.
Thank you.
You've given us about 2 years, basically, by the time that you want to have this thing. So 2 years now, which means, of course, 24 months.
Yes.
And you're looking at a budget of about 80 to 85,000, which you can very easily put away every month. So we look at short-term bond funds because these are really safe. Your money doesn't go too much up and down. It's 2 years. We don't want to take any volatility risk there. Invest your money there. You can expect to earn a little better. In fact, significantly better in some months from your recurring deposit. So about 7 to 8% is a range that you can expect to earn.
Okay.
All right. So if you put away this 80, 85,000 every month aside, by the end of 2 years, you'll have your money. And you'll be able to spend about 20 to 22 lakhs. Maybe, sometimes the prices change a little bit because especially this is a used car that you're looking at. So what happens in that market, sometimes you might even get it at 18 lakhs. It might even cost you 22 or 23 lakhs.
Depends on the deal that you strike.
Depends on the kilometer and the mileage of the car and all of that.
Yeah.
So we'll just budget to get about 20 to 22 lakhs, so to say.
Yeah.
So 85,000, the answer straight away on your table. But let me take you a step further.
Okay.
So when you actually decide to buy this thing, right? Now you are in a position where you can afford this loan as well. And there are loans available for used cars as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So the interest rate is a little bit higher, but these days we are actually in a much lower interest rate regime. So it's not going to be so bad. It's not going to hurt you so much. So let's assume we'll invest this money. We'll get our kitty of 22, 23 lakhs by the next 2 years, by about 2020.
Okay.
Once we've done that, we'll invest that money.
Okay.
We'll use a part of that money, pay a down payment, right?
Okay.
Then the rest of it, and down payment is about 20-25%.
Okay,
Even 30, we're fine with it. So about 70 or 80%, whatever is left, we'll invest that money. From that money, we'll create a cash flow which will pay your EMI. All right? And at the end of 5 years or whatever is the loan tenure, 5 years, 7 years, we'll have to see the interest rate that time and look at the EMI that time. But this happens all the time. I just had another friend of mine, just like yours, and we bought a BMW bike for about 30 lakhs in the same exact fashion.
Wow.
Okay.
Right.
So we've done this lots of times. So at the end of that tenure, 5 years, 6 years, what happens is you're left with about 4 lakhs, 5 lakhs. If the situation's better, sometimes even 6 or 7 lakhs. Which means effectively your car cost has come down by that much.
Yeah, actually.
So you made a huge discount at the end of the whole deal. So you bought your car, you've enjoyed the fact that you paid money, but it didn't go out of your pocket. So whatever is saved in your pocket can go into an SIP and start creating money for X5 or X7 or maybe whatever other BMW you like. Even if you like a 7 Series, you can think about that another 5 or 7 years down the line.
But you've been dreaming about this X3 for a while now.
For a while now.
So so we can do it really cleverly. We can do it very intelligently without pinching your pocket. Just put away about 80, 85,000, no risk on that money.
So if I understand this correctly, Kartik, you want him to set aside 80, 85,000 per month and put it into a short-term
bond
debt
fund, yes.
All right. And then at the end of 2 years, you want him to pull that amount out.
Yes.
30% or so he's going to use for the down payment and then take a loan. And then invest the 70% that remains in another, what fund would you say?
No, so that time it will be a situation at that point of time. It could be a balanced fund also that we could think about because we have a longish time frame, right? We have a clear time frame that we've got about 5 years in front of us. So we could do a little bit of asset allocation. We may not go exactly into a balanced fund. The balanced fund puts about 60 to 70% of 65% of the money in equities. We will put about 50% or 55%. So we'll manage the allocation that way. And by doing so, we'll create a cash flow out of it, which will go and pay your EMI. Okay. And at the end of the 5-year loan tenure or 7-year, whatever the case might be, we are hoping that we will have about 7 to 8 lakhs or 5 lakhs as an available corpus at the end of it. So imagine you've got your investment, you were going to spend it anyways.
Yeah.
We've invested it, we've generated money out of it, that money has paid off your EMIs, and you're still left with a little bit of a kitty.
You said that you have a recurring deposit ongoing.
Yeah, I do.
And that culminates when?
July.
And what are you saving for?
For marriage. I'm getting married in August.
Wow,
so
okay.
for that,
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So Karthik, he's getting married. Obviously, he's going to get a different range of expenses. Don't you think, Amit?
Of course, yes.
And I'm sure that your wife-to-be is going to be a little strict with you with regard to saving.
I know. She will be.
So considering that you haven't saved, would you like to know where you should save and how much you should save?
Of course, if you can help me with that.
See, Amit, it's always nice to be financially secure and stable because right now you're young, you're in your mid-30s.
Yeah.
Once you start moving to mid-40s and mid-50s, and if you figure out that you don't have like 2, 3, 4, 5 crores behind you, the stress level starts building up because you know you can visibly see larger expenditure coming in once you get into a family mode and all of that. So right now, without compromising anything, you are earning close to about 30 lakhs, out of which 12 lakhs is your expenditure, which means 18 lakhs is available. Now, after marriage, let's assume your expenditure will go up a little bit. So I'm just giving you a very simple ballpark example, say ₹1 lakh a month. And if you do that for the next 25 years, you're easily looking at accumulating about 25 to 30 crores of corpus.
Okay.
And that's without touching anything, without doing too much of modifications. And that's huge amount of money.
Do you know how many X3s you'd get in that much money?
I know. And from the interest, you can buy it for free. Pretty much.
All right. So that ₹1 lakh, let's get this out of the way, Amit. And I'm asking because obviously these thoughts will be occurring to you over a period of time.
Yes.
Where should he invest that money?
So now that could be a combination of stocks at some point in time. It could also be mutual funds completely, whatever you're comfortable with. If you don't want a hassle of monitoring, managing, then mutual fund is absolutely fine. Put about 30 to 40% of that money into blue chips. Another 40% divided between mid caps and small caps, and maybe about 20% in sectors. And that way you will have a pretty solid portfolio to take you all the way to enjoy your ride to 25 crores.
I know for a fact that it might seem a little daunting at the start, but since you have available income to invest, you should get started. And maybe in the
and there is no joy like financial stability. See, you are mid-30s right now. Imagine the next 20 years if you've got another 15 crores behind you. Think about the options that will open up by the time you're in your mid-50s. You know, you may have enough money to invest into companies, into startups. You might be able to start your own venture if you like. There are lots of options that suddenly open up to you.
Well, Amit wants to buy a BMW X3 and it
That's
turns out that he's going to be able to do that. I hope you enjoy your ride. Do come back to us eventually when you do get married so that we can help you with your finances.
I'll give you the first ride.
All right. I look forward to that. Thank you so much, Amit. Thank you, Karthik.
My pleasure.
For helping Amit out. All right. For all of you who've watched this show, thank you so much for staying tuned with Bloomberg Quint. If you'd like to participate in Portfolio and meet that one financial goal that you have, do write in to us on portfolio@bloombergquint.com.
The conversation and advice dispensed by the financial advisors on Bloomberg Quint's television show Portfolio aims at giving the guests on the show a broad approach toward their finances. The advice is not a full financial plan. Viewers are advised to work with a financial planner for specific products, choice and execution when making an independent decision regarding investments or acting on any advice. Any calculated projections or any predictions given on Bloomberg Quint's platform during the show are not guaranteed and are merely an expression of opinion and are not intended for other than illustration purposes only. No view mentioned on the program is personal advice to anyone. Bloomberg Quint is not responsible for any risk or loss that might occur as a result of placing this information into action in any way and regardless of your interpretation of the advice.